Alrighty, team. Good afternoon, good evening. So this is week one of MPA 520, Public Sector Leadership. Let's go ahead and meet Eric Sandoval. Today's the 16th of May. May. All right. So there's a little selfie of myself, and this was at work. But yeah, that's myself. And this is a little bit about where I work at. So, quick little fun fact: my job, they put me on one of the sections like about us, and then so on our company page, if you go to our section about us, you'll see me, and that's me at my work. So I work at St. John's Community Health. It's a community health clinic. Um, and essentially, our mission is to improve community health and reduce this health disparities by delivering high quality, comprehensive services and impacting health and social policy. And that picture of me, by the way, was when I was a front desk, a receptionist, and then now I transferred to another position. So, um, these are my dogs. I love animals. I love dogs. On the left, the white one with the ball in its mouth, that his name is Heybai. And on the right, that is Bella. That is my princess. I love dogs. I love them to death. They're my babies. And yes. And here's a picture of my nephews. On the left is both my nephews, the youngest one and the oldest one. And on the right picture, we have my dad with them as well. He's the gentleman with the glasses. That was when we went to go watch Zootopia 2. I'm very family orientated, so I try to spend as much time as family as possible. Of course, when all of our schedules align as well, you know. But also a little bit more about me. I do love to take care of gardens. I have a garden here in my house. I have these are just a little bit of the flowers that I have. I have grape trees as well, but I use the grape trees kind of like as a privacy fence because they grow very viney. So I love it. But these are a little bit of flowers that I have in my house, and this was actually before I planted the vine trees on my fence. And then also this picture on the left, the tree with the white, that is my plum tree. I have a plum tree, and on the right, you see the pink flowers. That's my peach tree. And every year during the winter time, after the leaves fall, and once springtime starts rolling in, it grows these beautiful flowers, and they give out so much fruit every year, every year. It's insane, but I love it. I love it. And then also I love to cook. These pictures was when we went to Sequoia National Park. I love the grill. I love the bake. I love to try new recipes all the time. This was something that we made for dinner when we went out. And then also I am Angels fan. I love baseball. I do. We're not having the greatest season. Most likely not even gonna make it the playoffs, but it's fine. I just it's a great team. It's a good team. I'm not gonna say great, but I'm a fan. And then righty, and then next up we have our assignment question. So handling difficult situations, right? So describe a situation when you acted in a leadership role. Now, one of my most recent examples was my time as a front desk for my current company, for my current job. When I was a receptionist, there was a time where it was about five of us, but the other three, no, I'm sorry, it was about six of us, and it was myself and three other colleagues that were already experienced, but one was on a leave, another was on vacation, and I believe the other one had requested time off. So it was myself and two other colleagues that are new. And so essentially a situation when I acted as a leadership role was essentially what was with them. Because my colleague that first started there, she was the one that trained me, and she was kind of like the lead receptionist. So in her absence, since I was the second receptionist that started, um, that kind of responsibility naturally kind of fell on my shoulders in her absence. And so being the only experienced receptionist that knows how to navigate the application that we use for our patients, um, I had to kind of train them. And we had one other colleague that had about a month in, so they kind of were a bit more familiar, but he still needed to ask me about Medi-Cal enrollment or IEHP, like if this, I mean, of the active insurances, and he asked me if this is good. Like he wasn't too sure of the process. He kind of knew it, so he knew a little more. But essentially, I was a more seasoned receptionist, and then so it was that moment where like I was doing my job and I had to train my colleague that just started, and then the one that was already there for a month was kind of like being able to do a good amount on his own, but not completely. So I had to, really put on my leadership hat and be able to adapt, be able to think fast, move quickly, be able to have that it was great. It was a great learning experience. I loved it. And we had a good rush for about 2-3 hours. So it was so exciting. Like like I was able to do my job, check in patients, and still teach the new one and still help the other one. It was great. I loved it. I loved it. It was glorious. It was so rewarding, and then and everyone knew that I was only season one there, and I let everyone in Teams chat know, hey, thank you for everyone's patience, and everyone was like, no, 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 you're doing a great job, so everyone's really supportive of it. But that's my personal example of leadership, and I know I'm going really long in the minutes, but essentially the theories that best apply to this personal example, from what we read, I want to say strategic leadership, because well, not just like long-term planning, I feel like strategic leadership is, but the organizational direction, right? The heat of the moment, you're in the trenches, you got a long line, but the long line isn't taking long, it's just a long line, but everything's moving fast. Um, and I was very happy. I didn't show any frustration. I loved it. I was excited. So I want to say like charismatic leadership. I had strong communications. It was exciting. I maintained that enthusiasm. It was awesome, and essentially, very collaborative, right? Because I'm guiding them as I'm doing all the work as well. So yeah. and and thank you all for dropping by. I look forward to your feedback, and any other additional suggestions that may benefit, this the nonprofit that I chose. And thank you all for your time.